Hi, everybody. Here we are. I was sitting here just a minute ago rubbing lipstick off of my tooth. Ugh, I'm glad I noticed it, right? How awful would that have been to get all the way through a live or something? Surely one of my mods would have been like, "You have lipstick on your tooth. Fix it." Oh, boy. What a day. I am tired and hurting still, y'all. A little health update. My shingles is still giving me hell. It is not fun, y'all. It is not fun. So please get those shots the minute you can. Get those shots and avoid stress because apparently that's what has triggered mine to come on. Is just the incredible amount of stress that I was in leading up to the whatever they outbreak, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it'd be called, but anyway, you don't want it. A bit of good news for those of you that didn't hear already. I did have my scans on, I think, Tuesday, and they came back that I had no new growth of the cancer. I have breast cancer, and it showed I have no new growth. The cancer that I have is still there. It's not huge. Um, it's kind of not really operable at the moment. We'll have to see what happens with it. But anyway, it is still there, but it did not grow in the 3 months since my chemo ended. So it didn't grow in the 3 months that I had chemo for that 3 months or the year and a half total that I had chemo. And then it hasn't grown in the 3 months since I stopped chemo. So I don't know what that means. It's like, okay, it didn't grow with chemo, it didn't grow without chemo. I don't know. I'll see my doctor soon and we'll figure it out. But for right now, that is some good news because I was really scared that it had grown. I'm just always going to be scared of that probably for the rest of my life because I've been fighting this for 14 years now, and for a big part of that, about 9 years of it, I thought it was gone, and it came back. So it's my third diagnosis, but what's a girl to do, right? You just do what you got to do and move on. I've been damn lucky with it, really. I'm a stage 3B, which is about as close to stage 4 as you can get. But I'm not there yet, or she's not willing to go there. She said, "I'm not willing to go there yet," is what my oncologist says. So who knows? Anyway, I don't wanna go on about that. I knew some of you might not have heard. So anyway, now you did. I want to say hi to my chat that's here so far. We don't have a whole lot of people here yet, but it has been a busy day, hasn't it? I have had a I've enjoyed today. I always get a kick out of the DOS videos. I watch those. I always get a kick out of those. I don't know, the absurdity of it all, right? But anyway, I get a kick out of those, so I watched some of those today. I love Marilyn and Cheryl, and both of them were on the same live today, so that was just like, wow. How great was that? They had so much fun, and I was kinda jealous. I was like, "I just wanna be there." But, they did great. I highly, highly, what's the word I'm looking for? Go watch it, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Encourage anybody that has not seen it to go watch it. Natalie put out a video, not a live, but a video about why former cult members tend to attack each other. And I mean, it was really good too. She did that so well and just really explained it. And so I really enjoyed that too. Um, gosh, I don't know. I watched a lot of different stuff, but I loved all of that today. I've been watching a lot of YouTube today. So anyway, in between naps, because my pain meds for my shingles puts me to sleep. So anyway, I'm gonna say hi to the chat and then we're going to get started and then I'll check back with you again afterwards too. So that's just kind of how I do it. For those of you that are new here, oh, if you are new here, welcome to But First Coffee, Susie Oberholtz. We are mainly an anti-Scientology channel, but we do dabble in a few other things and just kind of whatever is interesting everybody at the moment or interesting me or whatever. So, yeah, we try to be a safe place. I don't deal with fools. So my mods know that if they start seeing trolls to just boot their asses out of here because I don't feel like putting up with it. I don't have to put up with it, and I don't want you all to put up with it. So this is a safe place as long as you're being nice. The one and only rule to the channel is don't be a dick. Or as I'm kind of semi-famous for saying, don't be a pee-pee stick. So either way, you get what it means. So anyway, I'm going to check with the chat and then let's get started. So Julia O'Connell, I can't talk. Very good to see you. She's saying hello to everyone and hope everybody's doing good. We say hello right back and hope you're doing good too. Marilee, thank you so much for always being here. You're such a good mod and friend, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Joe McCoyne, hello. Hope this finds you all well and safe. I hope that you are well and safe as well, my friend. I always am thrilled when I see you in the chat here or even in anybody else's chat. I'm like, oh, Joel's here. I am going to absolutely butcher this one probably, but is it yo yo yois or yo-yos or something? I don't know, but thank you so much for the super sticker. That's so kind. They're always appreciated and never expected. So, but thank you. I always put that towards something for the channel unless it is designated to go somewhere else. So I always let, my chat basically choose where any funding is going, whether it goes to pay for the channel or like I just recently last week in fact just got my walker that I'm going to use when we go on vacations or where I have to walk a lot because I have such bad neuropathy from my chemo that I can't find my feet or I can't feel my feet and so I end up falling. So the chat got together and a few people donated and boom, I got a amazing um walker. Mark got it put together this weekend and me and my daughter are going to work a little bit on blinging it up a little bit and then I will be showing it to you. So there's that. Boy, that was a long thing just to say thank you, but anyway, just so everybody kind of knows. Okay. Hef says, hey, everybody. Alan just got on the plane and headed here. We'll be here by about 3 p.m. That is so great. That is so great. Or tomorrow. Yeah, 3 p.m. tomorrow. So good. I am so excited. I'm just like, yay. Oh, Hef, we love you and we love Alan too. And so if he talks to you on one of his little layovers, please give him our love and just tell him that we can't wait till he gets here and is in your waiting arms. Aw, Julia says she's safe here. I am so glad that you feel that way. I really do. Yeah, Joel, Allen is America bound. I'd kind of like to be headed the other direction. He's wanting to come here because of Hef, but I'd kind of like to be on a plane, like we'd pass in the air. Like he'd come to America and I'd go to Australia because, Bondi Beach, Yeah. Yeah, Jill says, "Is he ready for winter?" I doubt it. I just don't know about that. I wouldn't be. I'd be well, he's having winter there, but his winter there is or no, he's having summer now, so never mind. Yeah. Yeah. So, Marilee, good to see you. I love when y'all chat back and forth. Hev says, I got him a winter coat, gloves, a hat, and boots waiting for him. So that's about as ready as he's going to be. Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah, he's not staying for good this time. That will be in July. Yay. Julia says she's ready for spring. It's been very cold here in Delaware. Oh my goodness. Every time that I'm in Oklahoma, and so every time that I that every time that I think, "Oh, it's so cold here. It's so cold here." And then I think about my friends on the East Coast. I'm like, "Never mind. Or Canada." Because I keep telling Mark that I wanna move to Canada more for political reasons than anything. But he's like, "You would not like it. You would freeze your ass off. You're not gonna like it," and he's probably right, but man, do y'all ever watch that show Heartland? So I just wanna live Heartland, I just want a ranch with some horses and some cows and minus a few members of our government here, and just I think I might trade the cold for the nonsense if I could make my whole family move there. Like on Heartland, they're all there. They all basically live in the same damn house. I don't know if I wanna be that chummy with them, but, let's have different houses. But, yeah, now the grandkids, they could stay anytime they wanted. I want a house big enough for the grandkids to stay. But, anyway, I just wanna move to Heartland. It's pretty there, and, I mean, I'm sure that they're not recording whenever it's the, worst part of winter, but I just wanna move to Canada. Aw, thank you, Julia. Aw, thank you. Yeah, shingles freaking suck. Glorfindale West, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. And yes, it is such good news on the scans. Oh, I mean, like, I know a lot. Like, I have a friend that's got cancer, and she lives in or near London, and she gets her scans done, and then it's weeks before she sees her doctor and finds out what the scan said. My scans, I go have scans. The the person reads it, the radiologist reads it, and they type it into the computer, and it goes online and to my chart. It's called my chart, and I a lot of times, because my doctor's busy seeing patients, a lot of times I know what my scans are or my blood work and all that kind of stuff. I know what it is before she does. So that's, can be good or bad. So, when it says no growth, that's good. But if it said, oh, something horrible, it would be terrible. So I don't know. I don't know if other countries have that kind of thing. I don't know. I know that, it's pretty widespread in the States now. So Mischief Managed is here. Thank you for those good vibes, Julia. That's so sweet. Yes, Joel says, good news. My hope is for a cancer-free Susie. Actually, my hope is for all of us to have long, healthy lives without cults or trolls. Absolutely. Buttercup 49. So glad the PET scan went well. Me too. Evie's here. Good to see you. Thank you for being a member. It has been a great day, Julia. Rochelle, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Doug, good to see you. I see a lot of you talking to each other. That's always so great. Yeah, I um I really did like Natalie's thing today. That was really good. Conda, good to see you. Oh, it's raining again in Southern California. Good. You need it. Oh, Our snow is melting, so, we had snow this week, but it's melting. It's got warm enough today to yeah, blow drill, just say no to Scientology, absolutely. Good to see you. I always love when you're here too. You're one of my absolute favorite people. Good buddy never in. Hello, Tony Hoban. Good to see you. Yeah, Rochelle, don't be a Richard Cranium. That's a good one too. Uh, uh, oh, what are you packing for, Hef? You'll be listening, doing laundry and packing. He's coming to you. Where are you going? And I think Marilyn and them are coming to you. So, oh, yeah. Yes, Doug, you're the PPS in charge. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Yeah, as you come in, subscribe, hit that like button over there. Just do it on the way in. It's free. Yes, isn't that so cool? She gets him for, well, yeah, actually on Valentine's Day. Joe McCoy's been married for 44 years. I remember when we were new in love, like Hef and Alan. It is a wonderful time. I'm so happy for them. I hope they're happy forever. Oh, me too. Julia says Heartland is amazing. I love it. I really do. It's probably my favorite show. Probably. I'm rewatching them right now because I can't get the last season yet, so I'm um kind of waiting on that. So I'm watching the others over again. I uh I love it. Yeah. Love Heartland. Oh, I love it. I would love southwestern Canada, but you also might enjoy living in the BC interior. Yeah. I would love it anywhere. The only thing that's stopping me is I want to take my whole family with me. And Mark says it's too cold. He used to be fine in the cold, but he used to be, I mean, he's lost literally like 80 pounds in the last year or so. And now I told him, I said, well, you're just too skinny. Bless his heart. He's at a real healthy weight right now. But I told him, I go, you're just too skinny. You just gonna have to put on some weight and we can just move on up to Canada. So, oh, thanks, Dawn. I'm over the moon for me too. Thank you. Marilee says that they can get their blood work within about 4 hours online. Good. Cricket Cinema, good to see you. It is great news. I'm so happy. Yeah, I know, Dawn. The rain is good in some ways, but not in others. We're watching Malibu and other burnt areas because of the risk of mud and landslides now. I know. My aunt and uncle used to live in Thousand Oaks and around Thousand Oaks, and then there's Newberry Park and all that. And so we were always, listening for mudslides and stuff around Malibu and everything. We were always like really into that listening and still. And then my other aunt lived in Canoga Park. So I've been around that area, but I've seen some mudslides. We've, driven around and stuff and not seen them happen, but saw the results of them. And it is just awful. Oh, you're going to the cabin. Okay. Well, all right then. Hev says I still live with my ex, and that would be a tad bit awkward. I don't know. Hey, DOA is a fraud. Good to see you. Mischief managed. You're so full of it. Yeah, Joel's right. We are all so happy that you found each other. Mm. Doug laughs at my PP stick phrase. Oh, really? It wouldn't be hard or expensive at all for you to get a nursing license in Ireland? I wanna go to Ireland. It's one of my places. Ireland, Scotland. There's we've got a son in Germany, so of course we wanna go there, and I've got friends in England, so of course I wanna go there. I just wanna go over, "Hey, Dusty's here." "Oh, no, your tenant's moving out." Well, if I could get Mark to move to Florida, but I don't think he's gonna go for that either. He won't leave those grandbabies. Ugh. Club Brain Fog is here. Good afternoon. I was just watching one of your videos just right before I came in. It's good to see you. I've been watching a lot of videos I'm catching up now that I'm awake a little more and kind of, figuring out what's what and who's who and all that. I'm, trying my best. Eileen Brady, good to see you. Oh no. Yeah, when those cats fall asleep on you or a dog, there's just no moving. Good to see you all. I'm going to get started on this and then we will come back and talk some more. So, anyway, let's see what we got going. So, today's list, it's a list of things that I want to do on my channel in this year. My computer's not sitting right. Anyway, it kind of started a couple weeks ago, and it was really, I'm not gonna lie, it was really me trying to make like a bullet list of where I wanted to go and what my interests were, because I was basically fed the F up, y'all. It has been a rough year. The last couple of months has been horrible in this space. And I really was just so disenchanted with the whole anti-Scientology movement that I was either like, I'm gonna go somewhere else or I'm gonna close it down and go back to lurker mode, just looking at other people's stuff. Because I really like when you're going to bed crying because somebody's being nasty to your friends. I was watching that clock because I gotta watch my mouth. I get way more upset when they're like saying nasty stuff about my friends than I do me because I'm like, y'all don't understand. It's gonna take a lot. I mean, I put up with the newspaper business and I had death threats and I got shot at and had a coffin shaped sign across the street from my office. And so you're gonna have to work hard to really upset me about me. But now my friends, it's a Katie bar the door because if you come for my friends, I'm coming for you. And so it has been just a shit show. And I finally had just said, you know what? Whenever my doctor said that it was probably, she watches the channel, when she had said that it was probably at least partially, if not fully, because of stress that I had this outbreak of the shingles that got me to thinking. And then even now, if I get the least little bit like stressed out, it would like flare. And so it would hurt worse. So I would I'd be sitting there, I'd be fine. And if I heard certain voices or, read something that they had said or, something, then it would just a shooting pain would start and it would just sit there and throb and throb and throb and be worse. And so I actually, messaged my doctor and I said, "What the hell?" And she said, "You're going to have that for a while, maybe forever, that whenever you get stressed, it's going to hit." So I had basically just thought, F it, F it. I'm done. I'm tired. I can't do no more. And I couldn't do it. I just really thought I can't do it. I literally wrote a farewell, like a farewell speech or live that I was gonna read that was telling y'all why I was leaving and how much I was gonna miss everybody, and, I bawled my eyes out the whole time I was writing it, and, yeah, Joel, it is dangerous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It sounds like you lived a lot of what I lived. It is people are nuts. Think of all the shit that happens on YouTube, but you're living and breathing and working right in the middle of all these people. Yeah, gee, I can't imagine whose voice. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a couple. So anyway, I did. I wrote this whole deal that I was going to leave and everything, and I just, I I just I couldn't do it. Um, when George walked away, something in me snapped. I'm not kidding. Something in me just snapped, and I thought, "Oh, hell no." Uh-uh. Nope. And I'm not gonna let let 'em win. I am going to figure out how to deal with my stress, and I am going to fight, and I'm not gonna let them win. I'm just not. I am no quitter, and I absolutely love what's left of this space. I never know what to call it because people don't want it to be SPTV, which I still call it SPTV. They don't want to be a community, but we are a community. I mean, we a space. I don't know, whatever it is. I love this space, and I'm not ready to give it up. And as much as I absolutely hate um the crap that DOA and Nora are up to on their channels, as much as I hate that, I hate Scientology more. And so I've just got to figure out a way to suck it up, you know? Gotta suck it up, buttercup, and make it work. When I decided to stay, I let go of the um, anger and hurt and almost a grief of George leaving, and I've talked to him, and he's fine, and I do believe he will be back, but I let go of that, and I decided that, he's gotta heal at his rate, whatever that takes, however long that takes. If he shows up tomorrow and is back, I'm gonna give him a virtual hug. If he never comes back, I will still love him and still want him in my life because I do love him. He's a good, good, good person. He's an important voice in this community or space or whatever, but we all are because every voice raises the volume. That's what kept slapping me in the face when I was saying I've had enough. Was I kept thinking, you're the one that sat there and said that every voice raises the volume, and yet you're only really allowing a couple of voices and their troll ass audience speak. If I leave, that's just another voice that's making the volume lower. And so just decided, screw it. I miss George. I do. I miss him too, Rochelle. I think he'll come back. And anyway, I noticed that in the last few days, while I'm feeling better and you know, feeling stronger and feeling more able to just like not even fight the trolls, just like ignore them. Just like they're not important. They're stupid. And I don't like that word, but they're stupid. They are acting stupid. So, stupid is as stupid does. So there you go. But anyway, but even as I've noticed that I was feeling stronger, I've started noticing that Marilyn seems to have a little pep in her step. She seems to, although she's like fed up with stuff and everything, it feels like that she's got a little bit of a sense of renewal. I noticed that Cheryl, she's got her humor back, and she's, feral Cheryl. She is feral, and we love her for it. But she seems like she's stronger. A lot of us are stronger, even Natalie, but she got to cheat because she got the whole aloha thing. She got to go to Hawaii and soak up the aloha. So I'm trying to you know, like I am aloha adjacent. When I watch her and I feel that she has, had a sense of peace from just going to Hawaii and being with her family and everything, I'm like, breathe some of that over here. Breathe some of that over here. So anyway, I truly do feel a change is coming, y'all, and I believe that we will once again be a more united, stronger, and fun community, whether we say we are SPTV or not. Everybody wants to associate SPTV with Aaron, like that, we can't be SPTV because I don't like Aaron. Well, guess what? He is not SPTV. He's a part of it. He is a big part of it. I mean, good God, look how big his channel is. Oh, goodness. But Janet from Another Planet, good to see you. But he's not all of it. And so, y'all, if you don't like Aaron, I don't care. I don't care. You're welcome here. If you love Aaron, you're welcome here. I don't care. No one is perfect. I have decided I like him. I don't like everything he does, but I love his Scientology content. And if anybody wants to hate me because I like Aaron, they can fuck off. That's how I feel about it. So there was my spicy moment for the day. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum, but I think I will. Yes, they're gonna be live at Flag tomorrow night, 2 streams Saturday, dyeing shirts at 1, concert night in Cold Water at 9:30. I can't wait. Now, I did talk to Mark, and I think we're gonna go to Cold Water for the December 5th thing for Lisa McPherson. I mean, we'll be there maybe 3 or 4 days, I think. I'm trying to get him to drive. I would rather drive. That way we've got our own vehicle. We can do what we want when we want. If I'm doing something, he wants to go do something else, he can, and just whatever. But I'm really, 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 we like spicy, Susie. Well, I try not to get, spicy in spurts. How's that sound? So, in case you're wondering, this is my Folly Beach sweatshirt, and I got it like about 3 sizes too big because I just love a big old huge sweatshirt with some leggings, which is what I'm sporting today. Yeah, we need to be able to say F off when we must. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Eric's a doll. Yes, Joe. He's just a dumb old hick from the sticks. Whatever. I just watch what I want, which is Maz, Susie, and Eric. Let's remember, y'all all are free to do you. Absolutely. This is not a cult. So, anyway, I really do truly feel that we are growing as a united, together, that we're coming back together, and that the ones that are left are figuring out that we have a right to be us. We don't have to like the same things or the same people or whatever. We just have to want to shut down Scientology and support the second and third gens, and that's what we want. So, oh goodness. Anyway, so I don't know. I told Mark, I said, maybe I'm having one of those, if you build it, they will come moments. But I feel like it's more of a let them. And I wrote this down. It's let them destroy their channels if that's what they want to do. Let them hate and let them live in hate and delusion if that's what they want to do. Because this is a decision that they've made at this point. This is not just something that has happened. They've made the decision to live in hate and delusions. Let them chase everyone except a tiny group of pawn-sucking trolls. Let them chase everybody else away from them. Let them just live with them. Let them have their little area. Yeah, I think we're growing as a community. Yeah, Julia, I agree. It needs to be positive and organically grown. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to click that up there because I like that. So, anyway, and just let them watch as we continue to fight the real enemy. And basically, just let them. Just let them F off, y'all. Just let them F off. Now, let's see what made the list. I haven't looked at this for a couple weeks at this point, so it's going to be new for me too. Yeah, hate only hurts you, not the person you hate. Absolutely, Marilee. That's very, very good. So, anyway, I just want to take a little bit to go over what I want to do in this second year. Tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary on YouTube as a channel. I've been, on YouTube as a viewer or lurker or whatever, but as a, content creator, tomorrow is a year, and I am very, very excited about that. So there are a few things that I want to learn to do in the back office, which I don't know how to do. I want to be able to put up pictures or something, or share a screen of something and all that, but I don't know how to do it, y'all. So if anybody wants to help, I'm listening. If anybody, knows how to do stuff that I absolutely don't know how to do, that would be amazing. I also want to travel to protest some. That, of course, is dependent on my health and the time and finances as far as Mark's concerned, on what time he can get away and if we have the finances to do it. Right now, I'm saving up for this trip to Clearwater because, I told him, I said, oh, I really, please, I really want to go. I said, there's a beach there because, Mark always wants a beach. But I do have a few goals or, rules for year 2. So let's get started on what those are. Number 1, my biggest goal is to continue to bring down Scientology. Okay. And I want to do lives that show those still inside that their suspicions are correct. So, when I'm doing a live, I am so grateful that y'all are here and that you comment and all that. But probably 3/4 of the time, what I'm hoping to do is to speak to somebody that is still in, that's, just kind of looking around, sneaking around, looking. And it could be down the road. It could be 10 years down the road that a video pops up in their stream and they're like, oh, all this that I have been wondering about is true. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep doing lives that show those still inside that they're right. This is a family destroying cult, among lots of other words, but it is a human trafficking, family destroying cult. B, I want to show those still inside that there are people here that want to help them, whether it be like Blow Drill, who has lived it and absolutely knows it, or it's like, me and a bunch of the others that, no, we've not lived it, but we're here to help. We want to help. And if all we can do is give you the right information and point you to the people that can help, like the SPTV Foundation or the Aftermath Foundation, then if one person ever sees one of my videos and it helps them in any sort of way, from this I know, hi, good to see you. Thank you very much. It it would be worth it. I don't care if I make 10,000 videos. If one person is helped even a tiny bit, it's worth it. And so that's what I'm going to do. And C, I want to prevent the Church of Scientology from recruiting new people. So I want people that might be kind of on the fence, thinking about going in, and taking that test or whatever. If they see one of our videos, and I don't just mean mine, I mean any of us in this space, if they see one of our videos and it stops them from going in, if they see one of the protesters and it stops them from going in, we've done our job, right? We have done our job, and it's worth it. It'd be worth all the drama. It'd be worth all the hate and the ignorance. It's worth it. If all of our, joined work helps one person, it's worth it. And D, I'm never going to stop trying to have their tax exemptions taken away. I think that if we could ever get that done, that would be a huge start in shutting them down. So that is all of that combined is my number one goal for this coming year. Scientology is always going to be my number one goal. They're going to be like number one in my sights. So that's number one of who I want to take down. Number two is I also want to expose other cults, MLMs, and even just high control groups or relationships. I believe most, if not all, of these high control situations use many of the same tactics as Scientology. I was in a very high control marriage for 17 years and we dated. Well, Charlie, I didn't even know you were here. Dad's dog's here. It's time to go home. He's here. But anyway, I didn't even know, I didn't know there was a such thing as a high control, like, relationship. I knew that he was controlling, but, I didn't know that it was actually a thing and that it was lumped in together with cults and MLMs and all that. I knew about that kind of stuff, but it just never dawned on me. And so I've never been in any kind of a cult, and God, I cannot even imagine the trauma and the pain and everything that you all go through. But I do sympathize because so many of the tactics that I hear that were used on you all were used on me. And even the whole fair gaming and all that stuff, my ex-husband did that to me for a long time after we divorced. Now we get along good now. I'll always on some level love him, but there was a lot of damage. Of course, when we got married, I was a whole 18 years old. Had my first baby at 19. So, I was baby Susie, and I was very like he always said I was mouthy, but good God, he would not even be able to. He ain't seen mouthy till now. He would not. This Susie would not put up with him. But no, I was very timid and very scared, and I let him rule the roost. Basically, I let him and his parents, who I love. They've both passed at this point, but I loved them so much. But I let him and his parents, his family, everything control my every thought. I mean, how I wore my hair, what kind of clothes I wore, everything. And no, it wasn't a cult, but I get it on some level. Not the same, but on some level, I get it. And I know there's a lot of others out there that get it. So I do. I want to expose all that kind of stuff. And I need help from you all with that, because especially when it comes to relationships and all that, I need y'all to talk to me about it. So number 3, expose other religions, some of which are very mainstream. I mean, I grew up as a Baptist, and they did some culty ass shit, y'all. So much so Oh, my sinuses feel like they're draining straight down my throat all of a sudden. Probably a good thing. It's unclogging the nose, but miserable. Hey, the journey. Good to see you. I know I'm probably missing people, but I keep trying to keep track. So, anyway, I was raised a Baptist. They did culty stuff there too, so much so that I don't attend church anymore. Now, um, Mark was raised a Methodist, and I actually identify now as a Methodist. I call myself a Methodist, the whole thing, but I just have such a block about church that I still just cannot seem to make myself go, even though I enjoyed the Methodist church when we went. I enjoyed it and I knew a lot of people there and everything, but I was so afraid that it was going to be like, same song, different verse kind of deal. I was afraid that, I would get in too deep and that, I mean, where I was at, I was a Sunday school teacher and I was, you know, um, I was the pastor's secretary. I was the financial secretary. I was all these things. I was on about every committee you could believe. So was Mark, and I was just so afraid that we would get sucked in again. And I was scared. So I say now that I'm very like leery of churches, but I do believe in God and I consider myself a Christian. But I do want to expose religions, like I said, mainstream religions that are very cultish. They have very cultish tactics. And I'm more concerned with their behaviors, with their tactics. I'm not on any church really for their beliefs. Even Scientology, if they want to believe in all the things that they believe, I don't care. I mean, it's kind of wackadoodle to me, but I don't care. Um, I don't judge for that. I just, as far as I'm concerned, it's a little wacky, but I'm sure what I believe is wacky as hell to them too. So it's kind of like I don't understand, like I'm straight as an arrow, so I don't understand my gay friends. But on the other hand, they don't understand me. So no judgment. No judgment. It's a no judgment zone. Like a little box around me, a little picket fence or something, or a what do you call it? A chain link fence like around me. No judgment zone. Oh, Buttercup, you're going through about the same thing with your church right now. It's hard, isn't it? It is so hard because I love church, but I am scared at this point. I mean, it was rough, but whenever I ended up leaving, the deacon that I absolutely adored actually used the words and said that I was a suppressant person. And I had asked him before if he knew anything about Scientology, and he was like, no. I mean, it's a little country church in Oklahoma, very rural. I believed him. I really do believe him. But I think he might have looked some stuff up after I said that because he called me a suppressant person. So, anyway, I know what that feels like. So, when I put SPTV up there, I feel like I am a suppressant person, y'all. Maybe not to Scientology, but I am. Okay. Number 4, I want to be a place of support for former Scientologists or other cults. I just want to be a place where they feel support, even if it's just a high control, but even if it's a high control situation or whatever, and you need somebody to talk to, you need, yeah, I can't believe you called me an SP. I know. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, really? That's where we're going right now? And he's like, I said it. And I'm like, see ya. So yeah, I didn't get no yellow, you know, deal told me I was kicked out or anything. I just got told to sneak in the back and sit on the back row for church and then to sneak back out before it was over and leave so that the pastor wouldn't even probably know I was there. I'm like, no. If I can't be like up front and hugging the person to my left and hugging the person to my right and, you know, waving at somebody, up in the pews a little bit. So yeah, anyway, that's whatever. But I personally want to be somebody that that you can depend on if you need it. Whether you're in Scientology or another cult, just got out of Scientology or another cult, or a bad relationship or whatever, I have a good shoulder to lean on and to listen to. And you are always welcome to email me, message me on Facebook, whatever. Gosh, I will FaceTime you, whatever we need to do, I'll do it. So, anyway, number 5, I want to support and uplift the smaller channels like this one. Y'all, us little small channels work our asses off. We, protesting in whatever way that we protest. And I believe that this is a form of protest. And so I know that a lot of people, and like even Aaron, now I'm not going to bitch about him, but I am going to say this. One of the things that he does that just kind of like grates on me a little bit is that he will mention the second gens and he will mention the protesters. And I wish that I knew when he says that he meant all of us, because I absolutely support the boots on the ground or wheels on the ground, whatever it takes. Protesters, 100%, except for one. But I equally believe that those of us that are sitting our ass in a chair, or me on a bench or whatever, that we are working just as hard. And I don't think that we always get the recognition for that. Now I know we do with some. Blow Drill is amazing. He is always helping. Eric is always amazing. Liz Gale, she comes in here a lot. A lot of times now it's on the replay because there's all this tension and everything, and I hate that. I truly do. But there are several, and I know I'm missing some, but I mean, there are several. I mean, I know that Feral Cheryl technically isn't a second gen because she technically wasn't in Scientology, but I think of her as a second gen because good Lord, her life was controlled by Scientology. And so yeah, that one isn't a protester. Absolutely. He is just a joke, a clown, a bad actor, whatever you want to call him. So anyway, I just want to be a support to the small channels. And I've really been trying to watch several of the smaller channels. And sometimes I have to say, listen, I'm just here for a minute, but I wanted to check in, say hi, whatever. And sometimes I stay for a long time. And sometimes I forget to even say anything, and I'm just lurking, just watching and enjoying it, or I'm on the replay or whatever, and I forget to say something. But you can just about bet that I hit most of the channels at least once or twice a week. I hit most of them, and maybe all of what's left, honestly. So anyway, again, I want to support them whether they are boots or wheels on the ground or ass on a chair. So, number 6, I also want to support the big channels because they need it too. And they need our encouragement. Like, I believe that. Julia says, Poe used to say, if you are in the channels, you are supportive. He said, if you can't do memberships just by supporting or watching. Absolutely. That's what I say too. Because, Julia, I don't know if you've heard me say it before, but I get the biggest kick. The whole reason that I did the monetization thing was because I get the biggest kick every time Google has to pay me. I don't know what it is. I just get the biggest kick out of that. And that's what I want. I want the interaction. I want the views, that kind of thing, because then they've got to pay me. And then, of course, if anybody else wants to, do a super chat or something, that's great too. But I never rely on it. My opinion of you does not change if you do or don't become a member or super chat or anything. I love it. I'm grateful. Whatever. I do the same thing to other people. I'm members on several channels. I super chat on several channels. But I super chat on the channels that I know aren't sitting there wanting me to super chat. And so that's what I want here is if you're ever inclined, fine. But if you're not or you can't, good Lord, if it's going to put you in a bind, do not do it. Same with memberships, same with any other thing. But watch. Just watch. Because then Google pays me. And that's what I like. So I really want to support the bigger channels, and that includes Aaron. And like I said, anybody that don't like it can just fuck off. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, I like this or I don't like that. Marilee, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I was not hinting. I swear to God. But, oh, God. You just about hate to mention it because there are a lot of grifters out there. And, yeah, a couple. But there are a lot. And I just, I don't ever want to be included in that. I just don't. Ugh. So anyway, for the anniversary, thank you. That's very sweet. But I just do, I don't give a flying shit what Aaron does in his private life. I don't know what any of y'all really do in your private life. You could all be cheaters. You could all be narcissists. I could be, y'all. I could be a cheater. I could be a narcissist. I'm neither, but I could be. And you wouldn't know. And it isn't your business. Your business is what I'm doing right here. So I don't know. I feel that maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. But I'm not going to support anybody that is out to just absolutely tear down somebody that's doing the good work, doing God's work. No. So if it's somebody that is really, fighting to take down Scientology, and then somebody just is just, tearing them down, I won't support that person that's doing the tearing down. I'm just not going to. God, hope they're not another person that's trying to tear down Scientology, because I don't think that we do that. Rochelle's a new member. Good. Oh, it seems like more than a year being here with Susie. You just seem like a longtime friend. Glad to be a part of it. Thank you so much, Joel. You feel the same way. And I know that there's channels out there that say that we can't possibly really care about our viewers. But I tend to argue with that. Maybe it's because I have a smaller channel and I see these people that are in my chat every time, or most of you, that I do a live. And so yes, I support those and I do care about you. There are some that I absolutely love. If you're one of my mods, you can just about bet I absolutely adore you, or you wouldn't be there. Because I don't trust easily. And so I just, I don't know. If I don't like you, then you're probably going to know I don't like you. If I haven't told you I don't like you, then I like you. How about that? But I do. I want to support Aaron. I want to support Natalie. I want to support Marilyn. Anybody. And please, y'all, somebody go help Cheryl get monetized. Feral Cheryl. If anybody needs to be monetized, it is her. She absolutely needs it. Oh, Rochelle, thank you for gifting a membership. That is so sweet. So anyway, that's that. Basically, I'm going to support everybody that's supporting taking down the cult. So that could have just been one short one. 7, I will support both the SPTV Foundation and the Aftermath Foundation. I believe they're both legitimately doing good work, even though a certain creator has benefited from the SPTV Foundation and now wants to badmouth them in an attempt to destroy Aaron at the cost of any former or present Scientologist. I mean, she is trying to tear down Aaron and she wants his foundation to be dust, is what she said. She will not rest until his foundation is dust. She also doxed all of the board members, which is pretty shitty, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna support the SPTV Foundation against people like that every chance I get. I might not care for the board of directors on the Aftermath Foundation, but I do believe they do good work, so I will be supporting them with my mouth, probably not with my money because that's gonna go to the SPTV Foundation. But, anyway, so there's that one. Number 8, I wanna do lives with some of the protesters, the second gens, the viewers, the ones that's sitting on their butt doing lives or whatever. I want to do lives with you. Anybody watching this, if you got a story to tell about any kind of a high control group or just a cool story, it doesn't have to be a bad story, a cool story. I'd like to share those. Whatever it is, if you got something that you want to talk about, I would love, love, love. So, yeah, I know she said she didn't want to be called a grifter, but I am telling you, I might have to, you know, draw hands. I might have, my hands are going to come up. We might have to have a slapping contest or punching contest. So, yeah, it did. It violated the terms of service when she doxed them. I just think that I don't understand how she still has a channel when all she does is sit there and goes completely bananas every day for hours. So, anyway, but anyway, if she decides that she's okay with being monetized, somebody please go get her monetized, please, because she deserves it. For the views, if nothing else, even if she doesn't want super chats, which I would gladly be her first super chat. But even if she just does it for the views, whatever, she deserves it. Yeah. Anyway, so I just want I want somebody to be on here a couple of times a week with me. I don't want to always be alone. I hate hearing just my own voice and staring at my own face. I want to be able to look at somebody else. So that's that. Number 9, I want to do lives with other creators, which I kind of put into that one too. You don't have to be a second or third gen. I mean, of course I want to do those lives too. But those of us, just the creators that are sitting here, we devote so much time and energy to this cause that I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk to you about what brought you to this community, what your ideas are that we could build on, how we could build the community. Do you have ideas about how we could take Scientology down? Do you have ideas about how we can take any cult down? I am here for it. So this year, to 2025, I want all that. Number 10, I'm almost done. So I'm surprised that Mischief is not. Yeah, she's already saying stuff. But anyway, I'm almost done, sweetheart. I'm almost done. I do fully intend to continue to call out those who harm this community. But I'm not going to let this channel become all about drama. I'm just not going to do it. I don't want a drama channel. It pays. All you got to do is go. All you got to do is go and look. Yeah, it is a newspaper reporter coming out, apparently. I want to do interviews. I need to interview somebody. I don't want to talk. I'm a better writer than I am a talker anyway, but I'm a better listener than I am a talker too. I want to hear your stories. But anyway, I don't want it to be all about drama, but I don't want to be afraid to say, knock the shit off or whatever that means. Peaceful drama. I like that name. It's good to see you. Oh, goodness. Okay. Number 11, I am going to focus on this cause. First and foremost, I am here to create a safe, caring, fun place to meet up with other people with our same goals that want to, learn or share their stories or just have fun, whatever. Pat each other on the backs when we need it, or give each other a virtual hug when we need it. That's what I want here. I want it to be a safe place, but I want it to be a place of learning. And I don't know, I just want an awful lot, don't I? So anyway, I want to be a place of love, but sometimes tough love is needed too. And so if somebody like Nora or DOA or, whatever, if they want to trash me, they can. If they want to trash my friends, I'm probably not going to put up with it. Buckled up, Buttercup. Good. Yeah, smashing that like. Yeah, peaceful. That's a good word, Mischief. I want it to be, for the most part, peaceful with a touch of spice. And so, anyway, sometimes I need a break too, and I know you all need a break too from just all the drama or even just the stress of you know, constantly hearing about the absolute horrors of Scientology and other cults. Sometimes we need a break. And so I'm going to throw those in too. I'm going to just throw up some weird something that I think of or somebody sends to me and says, "Hey, why don't you cover this?" Or some off the wall thing, or might not necessarily be fun, but a lot of times I'm looking for fun stuff. I want some fun stuff. And so my wish for 2025 is that all the Aaron apologizes, wake up and see how he is a horrible abuser and is the cause of the downfall of SPTV. No, he's not. Bye. Not putting up with it. Not putting up with it. So, if that's what you want to come here, I'm gonna ban them, and then they can get another name and come back or whatever. I'll ban that one. I don't care if this channel never grows from the spot it's at right now. I would love for it to be, because I want to reach more people, because I want to reach more people that are in Scientology or want to get out of Scientology. And so I'm not going to put up with trolls. Now, normally I would have just said, I don't agree with you. You're welcome to have that opinion, but I'm not in the mood. I don't know. I think this year is going to be the year where Susie just says, I don't have to put up with it. I don't have to explain myself. I'm not an Aaron apologist. I don't apologize for him. I support him. There's a difference. I support his Scientology content. Do I get frustrated or even pissed? Yeah, I do. When I found out that he cheated on Jenna, I was pissed. Good thing I wasn't there, because I wanted to just go in there and just smack him. But then I thought, this is not my business. This is not my business. So that's where I'm at today. He does a damn good job. You don't have to like him. If you don't like him, that's fine. But don't come in my house, and be ugly, which my people don't. I don't know her. She's just somebody strolling in here to be silly. So if you can put up with my still having to read a lot of my content because of my brain fog and my occasional, like, staring off into space trying to figure out what word I'm trying to come up with because I didn't write it down, and all the other things that I hate about myself and my channel. If you can put up with that, then please come back and share some time with us and get to know us all and continue this fight against Scientology. And by the way, just so you know, we are going to do a stream Dusty. I promise. I cannot wait. I think we would have so much fun. I really think we would have fun. You're hilarious. I don't know. And I'm gonna try to order some shirts. I need a couple shirts. And so I really need to get some. So I will get with you on that too. But anyway, if you don't, I don't care about who you sleep with. I mean, it's not my business. As long as it's not me or Mark, I don't care. So anyway, I don't care. It's not going to bother me. I don't care who you like as a content creator, who you don't. Even if you like Nora or DOA, I don't care. Just don't come over here and be like bashing people. You know, that's all I'm asking. I'm not going to I don't go to their channels, but I'm not going to go to their channel and bash them. So don't come here and bash me. So anyway, that's all that. And how convenient. If you're a troll here, your ass is gone, as that was just demonstrated. So anyway, I think that kind of generalizes my intent for the year. It's basically the same thing I did last year, but with a little more just, I don't know, I'm a little more comfortable, a little more comfortable in my own skin. I know this is so vain, y'all, but I am starting to look a little bit more like myself. My hair's growing back. I'm not bald anymore. My skin will accept makeup where before it would burn because my skin just was so from all the chemo and everything. So it was a mess. And so now I can put on a little bit of makeup, and I can on occasion wear something besides a big bulky t-shirt or sweatshirt, but I am feeling a little more like myself. And so I think that that's going to help with my just being secure in my channel, and believing that I belong here. Because for a long time, I kind of had imposter syndrome. I didn't think I really belonged here. But now it's like, damn it, I belong here and I'm not going anywhere. So that is that. Let's look at the channel. I did read off some of these already, so I'll try to get past that. Yeah. Texas Susie, you just cracked me up with the PP stick thing. Y'all, that was actually just kind of me being like, I don't know, probably high, to be perfectly honest, when I came out with that one. But it seems to have stuck. So I'm going to have to try to figure out some way to market that. That one's mine. Nobody take it. uh, DOA is a fraud. I am always so glad to see you. I love when y'all talk to each other. I truly do, because that's part of it being like a community, right? Is if you talk to each other. If y'all just kind of sat there and said stuff to me, I mean, I like when you talk to me too, but if, just like saying hi and, little hand waves and smarting off to each other, I eat that up. That's my love. Dusty says, Foggy, how are you? It's been such a long time. Yeah, I'm happy to see brain fog. I was just literally watching. My brain is absolutely not telling me even what was going on, but I was just watching one of her videos before I came on. So I'll go back to it and say, here I am. I told you I was here. Oh, gosh. Y'all are so funny. Oh no, the cat that's asleep is not even yours. It's just one of the strays you feed. That is hilarious, Eileen. It is. See, I'd be that way too. We don't get a lot of strays around here. I live out in the sticks. Like, I'm like 8, 9 miles from the nearest town, and I love it. We're on like 160 acres, and I love it. But I was sitting there thinking the other day about, would I want to move to town? And I don't know, Mark and I were talking, and I said, well, what I want to do is I want to get like a house in like Savannah, or, somewhere in there. I really like Folly Beach. Um, that's in South Carolina by Charleston, which I love. Charleston, there's kind of people there's a little snooty. I like more of a, mellow beach town type deal. But anyway, I love Folly. I love Savannah. Savannah's like you know, I love Maui, but there's no way. First of all, even if we could afford Maui, I don't want to be that long of a plane ride, and it creeps me out a little bit just being that far out in the ocean. So, but now Savannah, I could do that. And so what I'd like to do is be here, God forbid, but for the summer, and then go to Savannah for the winter. And then, if I could get my kids and everything to come there for Christmas and all that, that'd be so great. So yeah, I don't even know how I got on that, but anyway, I was gonna say, then I would live more in town, and then I would probably have strays that I could feed, and they would fall asleep in my lap. See how my brain works? All that to say, I want a stray cat to fall asleep in my lap. Oh, yeah, I think the cat would beg to differ. That is your cat. I don't know if I ever wanted to talk about my newspaper life. That would be so interesting. I'll do that sometime. It was amazing and horrible. Absolutely amazing and horrible. And where I did it, the town that I, was in, I was a one county legal paper, but I actually covered 3 counties. So but I lived here, but the newspaper was in another town. And but anyway, so I the town that it was centered in, it was very culty. I don't say that lightly. I freaking mean it. And I will sit down and gather my thoughts, and I'll talk about it sometime. The good and the bad, because there was some good. I have met some amazing people over there that a lot of them have now died off, but I met some amazing people in the newspaper business, and then I met some total jerks. So, anyway, yeah, Eileen, she says, "I think I'm owned." Because we don't own them, they own us. Yeah, Cricket Cinema says, "Agreed, Susie. People come for my friends, and I get mean." Applause, absolutely. If you come after my friends or my family, all bets are off. I can be mean as hell, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I told the story one time about how this woman just kept on. She was stalking us, and she was like flirting with my then husband, the controlling one. I should have let her have him. But anyway, it was just ridiculous. I mean, it was becoming very the police got involved. But right before the police got involved, I we were at a club. I was out line dancing, and he was sitting there with my friend's husband. And she comes up there, and the friend, he says, "I looked out there, and Susie and Karen was dancing, and I looked back, and there was Gary, and I looked back, and Susie and Karen was dancing, and I looked back, and there was that woman standing there beside Gary, and Gary was pissed." And he said he looked back, and Susie was gone, and Karen was running towards the table. And he said, "And I looked back, and Susie's got this woman by the head of the hair, or the hair of the head, and I slammed her face down on the table twice. Broke her nose. Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but the people that owned the club were good friends of mine, so she got booted and I didn't, so it was all good. But like I said, come from my family or my friends. I'll be buying a plane ticket because it is not beyond me. Like Cheryl said, she's about ready to buy a plane ticket, like say it to my face kind of deal. She's about ready to buy a plane ticket. So yeah. Ah, this from this I know. Just wanted to pop in and send my support and the thumbs up, kisses. You keep doing you, girl. Thank you. That is so kind. See, everybody's talking to each other. Yeah, Eileen, I don't really want to speak for George. He was just suddenly gone. He was. Um, all I know, and I'm kind of going out on a limb here a little bit. Um, he told me that he had just taken all of Nora's shit that he could take. Just her attacking everybody. That he had just had all he could take. And so I'm really hoping that he sits back, has a cup of tea, maybe some digestibles, because I am like hooked on those digestibles. If you ever want to try something from England, and I know you can get them here too. So I just, George, we love you and we hope you come back however you want, whether you just want to, be a viewer or you want your channel back, because you are a voice. He is, people had shit to say about him because he likes Aaron, and I'm sick of it. I am so tired. It's like I don't feel like an Aaron apologist. I don't apologize for what he does. It doesn't affect me. I don't care as long as he does his job. But I feel like I'm constantly having to apologize for liking him. And I feel like a lot of people have to apologize for liking him. And I do. I like him. And I think he's hilarious. And yeah, I'm sure he can be a total ass. But are these others not being a total ass? Who says, does Aaron say he's going to destroy somebody and, won't rest till they're dust? No. So who's the ass? So anyway, I think George will be back. I think that he needed a minute or a week or a month or I don't know, whatever he needs. But I'm going to be here. I adore him. I'm going to be here. I'll be his friend whether he comes back or not. And I know others that will be too, especially Marilyn. Marilyn just loves him. And George, you gotta come back. Let us just come be a smart ass in the chat. We miss that smart ass guy. Dawn says, I believe that SPTV works best as a community. Those that can't work in a community don't have to be there. There is more than one way to fight the dangerous human trafficking cult. Amen, sister. I am serious. Dawn, that is so well said. That it says it all. That says it all. We don't have to be, we can be in, like, even if we're in kind of like, little separate communities, but all working towards the same thing. So, like different communities, but we're all in a big group. I just think that, or big space, I think that would just be like what it's supposed to be. We're all adults here. Oh, I hear my deal fixing. She's fixing to get on me. Yep, she's fixing. I don't see it. Yeah, I miss George. Yep. I like the choir metaphor. Breaks are okay. Someone else will carry the tune. A lot of people missing George. Oh, looks like this. I'm going fast. I'm fine. I promise. I don't know why I look down there. She ain't really down there. She's looking up here. I'm fine. I promise. I'm going to get to the end of this and then I'm going to go rest. Okay? I promise. I do love you, Mischief. You take such good care of me. But occasionally, girls just got to revolt. Club Brain Fog says, I know for me, I'm not worried someone's minions will be after me. Good for you. That's my attitude now. Yeah, Marilyn did seem so much more grounded last night, and I was happy to see it too, Dawn. I truly was. Janet from Another Planet says, no one is perfect. I will be watching tomorrow night when you're live, Dusty. I will be. Um, I wasn't gonna be because my dear friend from high school, we are still friends from high school. He is playing at a new place in town where one of my daughters lives. It's just about a 20-minute drive from here. And he's singing there. He sings he's a crooner. He sings like the old Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack kind of songs. He does all that now. He used to be like a rock, he was country and kind of rock, and now he's doing this. Oh, I would rather listen to him. Well, other than Queen, the real Queen, with Freddie Mercury. I mean, I had a bull named Freddie and a cow named Mercury, y'all. And a dog named Queen, but we called her Queenie. So, but other than that, I would rather listen to my friend Tony Sabello. He is really good, and he needs to be famous, but he's not, but he needs to be. But anyway, we were going to go. He's putting on a show tomorrow night. So I was going to be there, Dusty, and I wasn't going to be able to watch you, but I had forgot that I have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow, and that will completely wipe me out. So I don't even know if I'm going to do a live tomorrow, because when I have doctor's appointments, I am wiped smooth out. And so usually I come home, like the other day, I went and had my scans. We came home. I'm not even lying. It was like 4:00. I could have done a show. I had one written up. I could have done it. I went there and went to bed, and I slept all night. Other than I got up, went to the bathroom, got up and got a drink, but I slept all night. It wears me out that bad. It just chemo takes forever to come out of. Oh, Marilee, she may not see. Marilee has never, never, ever, ever said anything to me for liking Aaron, and I know she's not a fan because of little old me, but you know that's being an adult. That's being normal. I had a beef with Reese, which killed me. I'm not gonna lie, it still kills me. I mean, my nose is burning. I don't want to cry. I don't know if still, but we did share, I think, 2 mods, and I've never asked them before the bust up. I never asked them who they modded for. I don't know who they mod for today, other than if they're modding for me. And so I know that at least 2 of my mods may still well be Reese fans, and I don't care. I don't care. If they are, they are. If they're not, they're not. I'm not going to ask them. I don't expect them to tell me. That's their deal. That's them. I mean, I'm here if anybody wants to tell me something, but I'm not going to ask. It's not it's, you know. Dawn says we need spicy Susie. Sometimes I need it. I got to let that out. Yeah, we all have friends. Janet from Another Planet says we all have friends that screw up here and there, but we don't hate them for it. Aw. From this I know was cooking and listening. I already read some of these. I haven't seen from this I know. I hadn't seen Coldwater being a riot on Friday nights. It's been pretty dead from what I've seen, but We are growing and it needs to be organic. Julia is right. Comment. I think it's an important thing to remember is that your streams are not just helping the ex Scientology group, but also those of us who have suffered diabolical groups, families. Thank you for all you do. Oh, good buddy, never end. Thank you. That I want to do that too. I there's so much. I mean, so many of us have been in relationships that are so much like a cult. Mischief managed. If the trolls upset you, quit walking by the bridge. Well, I'm not gonna walk by their bridge, but if they come over here on mine, I'm gonna boot them in the ass, and so can you. Yeah, I think it's so funny when Dusty calls it cold water. Rochelle says SPTV was organically grown. It is currently going through puberty with all the changes. That's a good way to look at it too. I think so too. Honestly, it makes sense. Joel says, for a lot of us, there is a personal reason we hate the Church of Scientology. This does not make us follow anyone or anything. For my anger towards Church of Scientology is 57 years old. It's about that, not personalities. Amen. And I know, Joel, I don't know the whole story, but I know enough to know that you have an absolute personal reason to hate them. Yeah. Scientology owns 80% of downtown Coldwater. Ugh. Yes, Eileen, I would be interested in hearing about your efforts to get the church banned in Bulgaria. I finally have an appointment with a representative of the president. Wow. Absolutely. Anybody that wants to talk to me, you can get with me on Facebook. I'm Susie Thurman Oberholtz, and on my messenger, you can do that. Um, you can email me at butfirstcoffee_Susie Oberholtz at yahoo.com. And sometimes it's going to take me a couple days to get back, or even 3 or 4 or 5 days to get back to you because I sleep a lot. But I am very interested, and I'd be very, very interested in that story and anybody else's stories. I think that I'm gonna agree with Dawn. That is amazing. Yes, same with Evie. Hi, Evie. Yes, Buttercup 49 agrees. Aw. She says she'd like to talk about it, but any stream I try to talk about it doesn't seem to find it interesting. I'm here. I'd love to talk to you. You can, you can come on the live with me. I mean, whatever you want to do. Ernie says that her husband was that way when he was younger. Thankfully, they have grown a lot. Yeah, I don't think that my ex-husband would be like that now. He's so different, and so am I. So, like, if we could have, God, if we could have like made it work another 10 years, ah, but I'm so happy where I'm at. I'm so blessed to have met Mark and have him. He is amazing. Yeah, once you see behind the veil of almost any religion and the humans that run them, it's hard to attend or belong. Absolutely. I absolutely still consider myself a Christian. I have what I call a great relationship with God. Um, I believe wholeheartedly. I also know that it sounds kind of weird, so I understand people that don't. And a lot of people that don't have either never really heard about Christianity and God and everything, or they've heard about it from some culty ass church. So, you know, but yeah, I would love, oh, you're safe for everyone. Thank you, Julia. I would love to go to church, but I just, Ooh, Mischief says, "Oh, shut up, Dusty." Oh, okay. Got through some of these that I Yeah, Marilee lurked a long time before she chatted, and now look at her, she's a mod. Yeah, Buttercup did too. Dusty says, "I have no idea what Aaron does in his private life, and I live right near him. I'm sure people across the country and in other countries have no idea about his real life." They don't. Cheryl does have an important voice. I love her. Some of these I've already read, so. Is Aaron on right now? So what if he is, everybody go run over there and do a if you want to. It's not a cult. We can do a room raid to Aaron and tell him that Susie sent you. Of course, he's probably done by now. But Cheryl's his only mod. I wish he'd make me a mod. I'd have fun. Oh, aw. Thank you, Dawn. You seem to me the Susie I met over a year ago. Your glow is back, and I've seen your energy returning. I'm here for it. Oh, thank you, Dawn. That means so much to me. Okay. Yeah, you don't F with Susie. I think that girl learned it real quick. Yeah, rest in peace, Freddie. Oh, the devastation. Okay. I think I got to the end. I think I have seen everything. I hope, hope that that's another one I didn't see. So, oh, yeah, I hope you have a written excuse for being tardy. No, not at all. I am so grateful for those of you that are here. And for anybody that shows up on the replay, I appreciate you just as much. So I am going to go and rest for a little bit before Mark gets here. I don't know what we're going to do for dinner. I forgot to take anything out. So I don't know. He's pretty good about saying, well, I'll see peanut butter sandwich or something, or a bowl of cereal, or I don't know. He's a saint. I don't know how he puts up with me. But I do love you guys. Even though people say you can't, I do. So anyway, I'm gonna go and rest, and I will see you tomorrow for my a year tomorrow. And it's Valentine's Day. So if some of y'all have to do it on the replay, that's fine too. I won't be. Yeah. I I will be doing some kind of setting up another drawing for tomorrow. So we're gonna have something else to offer for free and all that tomorrow. I'll go ahead and tell you what it is if you want. You can go look. You can go look on my in my I don't know what they call it, my merch store. Anyway, I'm going to give away one of those cups. It says every voice raises the volume. So you can go there and look for that, look at that. And if you're interested, then I will be telling you what to do to win it. Aw, Angel, praying for you, lady. Stay strong. That is so sweet, Kenny. Good to see you too. Seems like it's been a while, but it's good to see you. Gosh, I just love you all. But I'm gonna go before Mischief has a complete stroke. So I am 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes over. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. And I gotta hit all these buttons that says hit in stream. So if y'all just see me kind of looking around, it's because I'm looking at all these buttons trying to end the stream. So anyway, love you. Bye.